Look, there's one more thank you that I want to acknowledge, and that is two ladies, two incredible ladies, Nicole Dennis and my incredible wife, Melissa. Okay. They have really done so much work behind the scenes to pull this together. You have no idea the work that goes behind this. Nicole is a machine. She's just amazing what she can put together. And Melissa put so much time and effort to it. She wishes that she could be here. Little family situation that she's taking care of. She wasn't able to be here today, but she sends her love and appreciation for all of you. So thank you again. So, the amazing Sally Diamond. Come on up here, Sally. We've got the honor, the privilege of wrapping up tonight. The call to action, if you will. We're very excited about this. So you need to start that timer over, or we'll just go. Look, right now is the time to create your story. Some of this is going to be a little bit of a recap, but I hope that you'll really take this to heart. Write down some notes, because this is some important things that you want to leave here with, what you're going to do. So this picture says a lot. First of all, it's about making the decision. All right, we've heard about decision, but decision, my favorite quote is Tony Robbins. He says, it's in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. How long does it take to make a decision? It takes that long. That's right. And it literally is just like walking through a door, and it's just saying, and if you look back at your life, you can find those defining moments, those times when you made a decision that right now was the time it was going to happen. Julie, I've seen your head nodding. You made that decision. You can probably pick exactly the time that you did. So I encourage you to just make that decision, to make it happen. Now, the interesting thing about this is you're going to have all sorts of characters come into your business. If you look at these slides, they're going to come in different ways. Some of them are going to come in through the product, and some of them are going to come in through the business. Some of them are going to come in through a health challenge of their mother or their brother or their sister. Some people are going to come in just because they love the atmosphere and the party. Have you guys enjoyed the atmosphere here, the people, the friends? Okay? So the thing is that you want to be here for the long term, and you also want to make sure that you can weather the storm, because believe me, this little house flying away here, you are going to have storms. You're going to have some ups and downs. And it doesn't matter what you do in life, you are going to have ups and downs. Is that true? Yeah. Now, in network marketing, unfortunately, sometimes that roller coaster is a little bit rougher. Sometimes we take the highs really high and the lows get really low. And as Mal mentioned, those are imposters. You want to have a certainty about your business with a long-term vision, and those highs and lows will not make any difference. They'll be just ripples. Now, you'll have your highs and lows, but they're not going to be overwhelming, all right? You want to manage that roller coaster. So have a long-term vision with what you do. The next thing is to fill your boat with the people that you want on your team, and don't leave anybody behind. The cool thing about this kind of business, have you ever had a business where you could pick and choose, that if you could pick and choose who you were going to work with, you would choose differently? Come on, we've all been there, right? In this business, you get to pick and choose, you get to work with who you want, where you want, when you want. All right, so that's a really important thing. The next thing is, I love this picture. Start with the end in mind. I love what Darren Wiseman said. He said, "I am a seed." The powerful, powerful words. I am a diamond. And ask yourself, what am I doing right now to be the diamond that I am? That posture, that certainty, that conviction, and that self-talk. And quieting those voices that pop up in your head. What am I doing right now? You've got to identify what your why is, your reason. And get clear about it. Think about it. Create the dreams. Create the vision boards. Make that happen and put it in front of you so that you're seeing it, because you will attract that to you. There's magic in that. Visualize that outcome. Set big goals. Don't set small goals. Set a goal that scares the crap out of you. And you know what? If you aim for the moon and you miss, what happens? You still land amongst the stars, right? So you can always reset that goal, but set a big goal. All out, massive action. Now also talked about creating momentum. You know, create a push. 90-day pushes, okay? 90 days on your market, set, go, let's go. And don't get distracted. In fact, I don't know if you've seen this, but this, don't let anybody stand in your way if you see that little frog. okay? So don't get distracted. Don't let anybody stand in your way. And definitely keep working on your own personal game, your self-improvement, the audibles, the books. There's one that I keep preaching that I just read that I absolutely love more than anything I've ever read, which is called A Happy Pocket Full of Money. It's a brilliant book, so I encourage you to get one. That's my big one. Sally?
Immense gratitude to, oh, that's loud, to Bart. He did this presentation, which I'm grateful for. I had a really busy week last week. As you can see here in this picture, might be a bit of fear going on. Some people face fear, they look it straight in the eyes and they just do it anyway. That's what I would suggest you do. We all face it, no matter what level we are. It's just how you face it and how many times you face it. So when you have that courage and you take some action, it's amazing what will happen. So write down all your fears and start ticking them off, as well as your goals. Because as soon as you start facing your fears, that's when you'll actually start getting massive results. Believe and trust in yourself, like we heard this week. I believe in you. If you believe in you and you believe in your team, then that's when real action and things start to happen. So if not now, when? You know, now is the time. You've got the tools, you've got the information. You've heard a lot in the last 3 days. A couple of my team members left after lunch, their head was exploding. And they said, we've got so much to think about, so much to do, so much action to take. And they're super excited. They'd been sitting on the fence for 2 years, so I was very excited to have them here. They're two of our dearest friends. And you know, sometimes you just have to wait and watch people, and now is their time, and I can't wait to see them on stage because I know that they will. And I know the Americans in the room have really inspired our friends, because one of them is American and he felt like he was at home last night when he spoke to Kim. I did hear that conversation, that he really enjoyed talking to Americans. So you never know when it's the time, but now is the time. So go home and do something. You're in the room, you've heard the information, and go and do it. And lead by example. So some of you commented on the fact that I was dressed up here. I don't like to dress up very often. I like being kind of in my board shorts and my uniform. But when you lead by example and you start to hit a few ranks, and you know, you have to start to look the part and act the part. So that means also stepping up the way you dress, the way you act, and then actually keep doing that. So I might not put makeup on, but I am going to start wearing a skirt and a dress more often. So maybe I'll challenge all of you to not wear makeup, because you've all got beautiful skin. So on that note, I would like to invite Dr. D, as we call him, to the stage, please, because we have a special gift for his amazing work. So who enjoyed Dr. D today? Was he everything that I said he was, and more? And you always hug on the right side. For 2 minutes, Claudia says. A special gift from all of us, and we really appreciate it. Thank you.
And that actually is this alligator. Or the crocodile. It is the crocodile.
Taste the beers.
That's the picture.
Thank you so much. What an honor.
Thank you.
So we have the title Be, Do, Have. If you can just be who you are and do what we tell you to do, you can have all that we have. So it really is simple. Keep it simple and just go out and do the job. And it's not difficult. You've seen every type of person here. It's not a medical professional. It's a farmer. It's young people. It's old people. And no matter where you are, it's time to do it.
All right. Yeah, give it a hand. All right, so this is exciting. You got to have fun and enjoy the journey. And you know what? Having fun is actually a choice. If you decide that you're having fun with this, you'll manifest that. You're creating that energy with what you do. So enjoy the adventure and realize, like I said, you're gonna hit some rough waves. You're gonna take some tumbles, just like these guys might. But you can see in this whole picture that they're involving the whole crew here. You know, you got the pelican with the life preserver. You got the oh, this one's pooping on the guy, isn't he? All kinds of stuff going on there if you start watching. It's pretty funny. But you need to teach and train your associates. So this is all about teaching people how to jump on, put on their skis, ride the wave, and go for it, and working it together. And the other thing, of course, you can see that they are definitely connected. You got a line here, and that line is staying connected with your upline, with the tools, resources, the events. Please, everybody, maximize the events. What's the most important event? The next event. And you were just told when the next events are. You've got a great opportunity to get some great prices for the discounted prices for some upcoming events. So grab a block of 20, 30 tickets and say, you know what? I'm going to fill every one of those. You know, put your commitment out there a little bit. I know that you've done that before, Mal. So that's a great way to do that, to just put your feet to the fire, so to speak. So definitely stay connected to your team, the trainings, the resources, the tools. I love what my mentor says. He says, you got to be at the spout where the information is coming out, right? Because if you don't get your new people plugged in, they're not going to stay committed, okay? Quite often.
Who had a clothesline like this? I found my son swinging on one 2 years ago in our backyard till my husband cut it down. Hills Hoist, that's it. Oh, I'm pushing the wrong button. So some will, some won't. So what? Who cares? How many people, when you walked out to lunch there, did you see? So many people. We're all busy trying to get on a plane. I was talking to Lorraine today about all the travel that we do when we're a diamond. Kind of wears you out the first year that you're a diamond because you get all these trips and it's fun and it's exciting. But you know, we have in our backyard an enormous amount of people and opportunity everywhere we go. I often, you know, say that I get kind of cabin fever at home. My business and clinic and everything is at home and I don't go out very often. And when I do go out, I get overwhelmed sometimes when I walk into a public space and I see so many people and they're all mostly sick. So, you know, don't think that you have to get on a plane and go anywhere. You can do it online, you can do it out. If you're having trouble finding people, then just step outside and find someone. And the most important thing I can say is just don't quit. You're allowed to take a little break. You're allowed to go off beat for a night or two or a week. And if you're down, you know, there's a saying that if you're down, go to your upline. If you're up, go down to your downline. And it's really, really true. When you're feeling a little bit down, a little bit wobbly, don't go talking to your downline when you're in that mood. You need to go up to your upline. If it's not your immediate upline, go higher, go higher. Because there's always someone up that's going to help you get out of that slump. If you're up, that's when you go to your downline and you bring your downline up. So we all ride those waves. I don't know where Trish goes because she's the top, but you know, she's always up when I see her. And but you know, when you start to get up, that's why the diamonds like to hang out at the front. We like to hang out with the ups, and we then take our ups back to you when we get home as a team. So as much as it's uncomfortable sitting at the front without our team sometimes, we're all really great friends now, and you get to meet these amazing diamonds on the trips, and we get to travel the world. But I want you all to know that when we're up, we're bringing you up, but we also go down as well. So it's not like we're experiencing anything different to you. So just hang in there and don't ever quit, because the people that don't make this are the ones that stop. And it's really heartbreaking for me to see some of the people in my team that just did give up, and I know that they had the potential and that they had everything it took to do it, they just stopped. So I want to see all of you here at the next event and next year, and I want you bringing your people, because that's the power right there.
All right, I love this painting. Isn't this great? Waterfront property. So what are the points that we can get out of this? Don't get distracted by shiny objects. Dan Doyle mentioned that, you know, there's a lot of good companies out there. There's some exciting things, the new and up and coming thing. There are a lot of good companies, there are a lot of good products, but I hope that you realize, I hope that you've truly internalized and grasped, do you realize what we have our hands on here? Because you could have the best product in the world, and quite frankly, I believe that we do. But unless you've got the right culture, the right values, the right ethics, the right management team with the right vision and the skills behind it, you have nothing. You understand that? I don't know about you, but is anybody here interested in pouring their blood, sweat, and tears, their guts, and working their brains out to build something and then have it collapse? No. And some of us have been there. Has anybody been there? ASEA is where you can truly put your faith and belief. You heard Tyler. You know where these guys are coming from. They are there to secure this vision for us long-term, and we are at the point of momentum right now for incredible growth and expansion. So be confident in the ASEA real estate, because this real estate is, there's a phase that we get into called momentum in a network marketing business. And Eric Worre says if you're lucky enough to be in a business that hits that momentum phase, that is the time that you want to run like heck, okay? You want to run like crazy. You don't want to just try to ride the wave. You want to run with that wave. And you got to surf and you got to paddle to catch that wave, because it's really going to make all the difference. The other thing is, don't wait to be rescued. Take full responsibility for your business. All right, we heard David He talk about, as a business owner, he wanted to know the ins and outs of the business. Understand the compensation plan. You don't have to, if you don't understand something, first of all, take some responsibility and say, well, where can I find those tools and resources? Go into the ASEA back library and find it. It's all there. Be familiar with it. It's your back office. Okay? Connect with your upline team. Connect with crossline team. We have an amazing synergy in Australia, don't we? I mean, have you felt it? We are all working together because the rising tide lifts all boats, and we're all building this together. There's no us and them, and I love that. I thoroughly enjoy working with Sally and Justin and Nicole and everybody. It's great to be able to work together.
Okay, what do you see in this picture? I see two things. I see a koala that can sleep for 23 hours like that. Who can do that? Wow. I also see a cockatoo there squawking its head off. These two people actually represent two people in our business, because there's a lot that are asleep. They don't know what they've got. Then we've got the squawker, and that might be you as the associate, absolutely hounding someone that keeps saying no. So don't be the squawker. Be that one that's maybe sitting on the back there, and it's, how do I use this little thing? That's pretty cool. Be one of these that's kind of sitting there, supporting, having a little chat, always there if they need to, trying to wake the koala up nicely. Don't be the one that's squawking so loud that you're a pain and you're annoying, and people are talking about the fact that you keep talking to them about something that they don't believe in because they don't really have the right information. And, you're turning people off if you're doing that. So, you try and prod that koala in hope that they wake up, like my friends finally did, and they're really mad because they've got 1,000 or 1,500 people underneath them. They don't even know how that happened. But I'm about to start teaching them how it happened and how exciting for them that they've got all these people and all they have to do is start working one leg. So they're kind of smart in one way. But, just hope and pray that they wake up and prod them and poke them a little bit gently. So now's the time to wake up. Don't be annoying. Sing a beautiful song that inspires others to join this amazing journey. And that goes with being just who you are and coming from the heart.
All right. With this one, you want to make great music together, okay? Create synergy with your team when you bring them in as part of making it fun, creating that synergy, creating that effect, because if you're making good music together, people want to be a part of the band, all right? They want to be on a winning team. People want to be on a train that's going somewhere. So you already mentioned this one. If you're up, call your upline. If you're down, call your downline. So that's important because no one wants to hear a whiner, but your upline support, they might be able to give you a little bit of encouragement that you haven't. But people will join you if you're having fun and if you're working in harmony together. People don't like disharmony, okay? So, in fact, I'm just going to mention, if you have, the interesting thing about network marketing, the thing I love the most about network marketing profession, I love the word profession too. You talk about industry or profession, but I just like the ring of the profession that we're in. The best thing about this profession is the people, right? Okay? Do you know what the worst part about network marketing is? The people. Okay? It's kind of interesting that the different people that we meet, the people that we get to help. Some of the people will listen, some won't. So you just have to kind of work through that, not get wrapped around it. Just realize that we're sorting through people. Don't get emotionally attached to whether people join you or they don't join you, or if they do something or they don't. Do your best to lock in the commitment like Tyler Norton talked about. Create that synergy of teamwork together with them. Set some goals and a plan of action to contact X number of people a day, whatever that is, and follow up with those people. So if you're doing that and you're working with your team and your downline, you're going to create this synergy, and it's all of a sudden going to be fun. I see Mal, you do a brilliant job of creating this synergy. And people respect because you're the kind of the leader of the band in your team. So be the leader of the band in your team of what you create.
Okay, so when you take a look at this slide, Australia rocks, right?
Yeah!
We are doing it, and we are doing it strong, and we want to keep doing it. We want Australia on the map and New Zealand, because I have lots of my happy New Zealanders today.
Yeah, don't want to leave out the Kiwis.
I love my New Zealand family. They're huge and growing, and there's lots of people in New Zealand that don't know about ASEA, so get out there and start talking to them. I love my trips down there, so thank you, ladies. But we also see here, it's one of our fastest growing markets in ASEA, so let's keep that going. With Asia coming on board now, we need to kind of stay up with Asia because they're going to start running pretty fast. We call it the Asian invasion, and we want Australia up there rocking. We have a really, really big story to tell. Now's the time to tell it. It's time to have an impact and make a difference. So go out there and do exactly that. Don't be afraid of those sharks swimming around. They're swimming around all of us, and we just want to go out and make things happen. So I want to say a special thanks to Michelle Pike. She's the one that created this beautiful art that we gave Tyler and Bertus and all of that, those pictures that we saw up today. And you can follow her there, michellepike.com. I believe the pictures were bought at Yawundi Markets, is that correct?
Yeah.
And I believe they're also online. So I wanted to give her a little plug because I thought they were fantastic images that went very well with our business. So I want to say a huge thank you to everyone involved. A big thank you to all of you for sitting here for 3 days. I know it's been a long 3 days. It's been intense, lots of information. Get outside and move your body in the next hour if you can, and in the next couple of days it's important to move. So go out, go hard, go strong, and we'll see you on the stage hopefully next year.